A fiery debate erupted on Piers Morgan Uncensored last night as host Piers Morgan and Green Party co-leader Zack Polanski clashed over the definition of a woman, sparking one of the most tense exchanges on British television in recent months. The confrontation began when Morgan pressed Polanski with his now infamous question, "Can a woman have a penis?" Without hesitation, Polanski replied, "It might take them a long time on the NHS to get rid of it, but that's another separate problem." His remark instantly set the tone for a fierce back and forth that quickly spiraled into a full-blown argument. Morgan, visibly frustrated, summarized, "So, we'll leave it at that. A woman can have a penis." But Polanski shot back, accusing the broadcaster of simplifying a complex issue. "You're laughing at it," he said pointedly. "That demeans trans people. There's nuance here, and you're deliberately ignoring it." Unmoved, Morgan called Polanski's answer an absolutely ridiculous response, prompting the Green Party leader to question his motives. "What have you got against trans people?" Polanski demanded. "Why are you punching down instead of tackling the real issues, inequality, healthcare, and social justice? It sounds like you've got a huge problem with trans people." Morgan countered sharply, "It sounds to me like you don't understand what a woman is, which is a huge problem for someone leading a political party in this country." As tensions rose, Morgan challenged Polanski's grasp of biology. "A woman is a biological female. It's not complicated," he declared. When Polanski suggested that gender and sex were more complex, Morgan snapped, "It's not more complicated, Zack." Polanski fired back, "It's only simple if you're a TV host who wants to make it binary and ridiculous. That's not how life works." The heated exchange escalated when Morgan mocked Polanski's political future, sneering, "There's not a cat in hell's chance you'll ever become prime minister if you don't even know what a woman is." Polanski responded calmly but firmly, "We're the most favorable party in London right now, Piers. Let's see how that plays out." Morgan smirked, "Why don't you campaign tomorrow with the slogan, 'Women can have penises,' and see how far you get?" Polanski accused Morgan of using trans issues for controversy rather than conversation. "People aren't worried about trans people," he said. "They're worried about the NHS, rent, climate change. But you keep dragging this down into a culture war." Still, Morgan pressed on, "You said women have penises." Polanski clarified, "If a woman is transitioning, then yes, they can have a penis." Morgan shot back, "That's complete bulls ***T, to which Polanski replied, "Since when were you a doctor or an expert on women's rights or biology?" The clash culminated in a furious exchange over the role of law in defining gender. Morgan cited the UK Supreme Court, saying it had made crystal clear what a woman is. Polanski replied that it wasn't the court's job to define identity. "So you know more than the Supreme Court?" Morgan sneered. Without hesitation, Polanski said, "Yes, actually, in this case, I do." The segment quickly went viral, with social media users fiercely divided. Supporters of Polanski praised his composure and defense of trans rights, while critics accused him of political double-speak. Morgan's fans applauded his bluntness, claiming he voiced the common sense many feel afraid to express. The explosive row reflects a wider cultural divide in Britain, one that continues to pit calls for gender inclusion against demands for biological clarity. As the debate rages on, both men left the studio standing firm, Morgan insisting on biological definitions, Polanski demanding empathy and nuance. For viewers, one thing was clear. This wasn't just another talk show spat. It was a clash over the very language of identity, one that left audiences questioning who really won the argument, and what it says about modern Britain.